Welcome in, I'm Zac Robinson. We're going to walk through the Rams Vikings from Thursday night on Premium Stats. We saw an offensive shootout, a lot of fun to watch. The passing games were going off last night, but let's go ahead and walk through. We've got it all loaded up from last night's game, but let's just take a look at the offensive summaries. And it was all about Jared Goff in this Rams passing game last night. We see that all three receivers, Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks, all over 100 yards, all graded really, really well, clearly. And then Jared Goff with a 96.3 offensive grade, 95.7. He just clearly did not miss many throws, and we saw a ton of throws down the field. Andrew Whitworth was the top offensive lineman for the Rams. In the running game, he was a demon, 92.7 in the run blocking. Pass protection was good all night for Jared Goff. They did a lot of play actions, and Goff had a lot of clean pockets. So the Rams offense went off for over 500 yards. It was a lot of fun to see. But let's go to the other side with the Vikings. Another offensive, a great offensive plan from the Vikings. Got after it. Kirk Cousins threw the ball over 50 times. It was all about the passing game. They were pretty one-dimensional all night. But Aldrick Robertson was the top grade. He only played 8 snaps, but he had 2 touchdowns on his 8 snaps there. Newly acquired. Kirk Cousins clearly has a good feel for him. And then it was all about Kirk Cousins, Stephon Diggs, and Adam Thielen this passing game. Diggs and Thielen went over for over 100 yards each. And Kirk Cousins played really, really well. Just kind of had one mistake that he ended up getting away with on a dropped interception from Sam Shields, but overall Kirk Cousins kept throwing them back in this game. Was also their leading rusher on the night. But let's go to their passing maps now, and we're going to see Jared Goff down the field last night. He didn't miss. He was 5 for 5, over 100 yards passing on 20-plus yard throws. He had 4 touchdowns. We're going to go through some big-time throws and just see exactly how those throws went down. But overall, just didn't miss many throws. As you can see down here, he was kept clean, only under pressure on 11 of 35 dropbacks. So the offensive line did a great job. They did a great job just scheming it up in the play-action passing game. Downfield shots were there all game, but we only had 1 incompletion over 10 yards for Jared Goff the entire night. Pretty incredible. And then on the other side, we take a look at Kirk Cousins' map. We had a ton of throws. The biggest thing was he was under pressure a lot more than Jared Goff, 26 of 56 snaps. Under pressure, we saw Aaron Donald get after him pretty good, especially in that second half. They became so one-dimensional that the offensive line had a tough time with those guys up front. But another guy that threw the ball well down the field, we saw the seam to Thielen that he looked off the safety, came back, fired a great shot in there. But Kirk Cousins did everything he could to get them back into this game. Just wasn't quite enough. And then we're going to take a look at the defensive summary. And really the only defensive guy to highlight from last night is our guy Aaron Donald here. As we can see, 13 total pressures, 2 sacks, 2 hits, 9 hurries. Was absolute force in that second half. Big reason why they were able to stay. They played with a lead for most of that game, and then in the second half, you saw them pin their ears back and really got off, some good pass rushes on Kirk Cousins. But he was also great in the running game. Had 4 stops and did a great job against the run. I think Dalvin Cook only had 20 yards on 10 carries rushing the football, so made them one-dimensional and got after them the entire night. But that's a look at Premium 2 stats. We've got all the games loaded up from the first 3 weeks. You can check out last night's game. And for more, go to ProFootballFocus.com.